We turn our attention overseas. President Biden is in Israel now. He planned to attend a four-way summit in Jordan with other leaders, but that meeting is now canceled.
That's right. Jordan's foreign minister canceled the meeting after an explosion at a Hamas-run hospital killed at least 500 people. Israel and Hamas now blame each other for that deadly blast. Fox's Madeline Rivera joins us live from Jerusalem with the very latest. Madeline, what are you hearing?
Good morning, Dan and Tashani. Well, Israel today is pointing to a mountain of evidence that they say shows they weren't responsible for that hospital attack in Gaza. And just a few minutes ago, President Biden sided with Israel, saying that what he's seen so far shows the explosion was caused by the other side. Protests erupting across the Middle East, from Jordan to the West Bank and Iraq. This after a rocket struck a crowded hospital in Gaza Tuesday, killing hundreds. Hamas says the destruction is a result of an Israeli airstrike, but Israel says it was a misfired Palestinian rocket, not theirs.
The Islamic Jihad is responsible for the failed rocket launch which hit the hospital in Gaza.
The deadly incident comes as President Biden visits Israel Wednesday to reaffirm U.S. support. The president was also supposed to visit Jordan and meet with Arab leaders to discuss peace. But after the Gaza hospital explosion, the Palestinian Authority president said he would not attend, and the meeting was canceled.
International decisions have been taken to protect our people, but they have not been implemented because America does not want to enforce them.
President Biden has directed his national security team to investigate the hospital tragedy, saying, quote, "The United States stands unequivocally for the protection of civilian life during conflict, and we mourn the patients, medical staff, and other innocents killed or wounded." Israel and Hamas continue exchanging fire, but with Palestinians in Gaza still cut off from food and water, President Biden will also address humanitarian needs in the region. Though they're no longer meeting in person, President Biden will be speaking with Egyptian President el-Sisi and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas on his flight back home. And Dan and Tashani.
Madeline, we know that hundreds were killed in that hospital blast. As far as injuries, where are the injured now being treated?
Yeah, you know, there are different shelters throughout Gaza where people who have been injured could be taken. And today, Israel did open up a humanitarian zone in southern Gaza. But, you know, you can imagine why some people might not want to go there because of the unpredictability of the situation in Gaza. Yesterday, we heard that Israel was continuing to bombard parts of southern Gaza despite telling people to seek for safety in that area.
Okay.
Tashani?
Madeline Rivera live in Jerusalem. Thank you very much.